CarolinaPrepper.com. If you're looking for quality food storage for hiking, fishing, hunting, basic survival needs, or just for everyday use, check out our food storage line at CarolinaPrepper.com. We also carry other fine quality products, such as our can concealment holsters for men and women. Keeping your firearm under cover and within reach puts confidence in your hands in any situation. Our products are 100% American made. Check us out today at CarolinaPrepper.com.
And now, it's time to Stand for Truth with the host of Stand for Truth Radio, Susan Knowles.
And hello, everybody. How are you? It is Friday. Hey, Monique, good to see you. Asher, good to see you. Marianne, hello. How is everybody? Stephanie, good to see you. Donna, hello. Gailey Robin. Hey, Shauna, good to see you. David, Herb Nurse, Chrissy, Robin. How is everybody? It's Friday. It's Friday. Big night in Vegas this weekend. What's going on? Marianne. Hey, Linda, good to see you. Angels, hello. Danelle, good to see you. Donna. Good morning. Let me know over there on YouTube if everything sound is okay for you. Hey, Donna, Robin, thank you for the super hearts. The fights, oh, the boxing, okay. Ooh. I see, Merriweather fight. How many people have actually been, hey, Catherine, been to a fight, boxing fight, been right there at the scene? Yeah, me too, Shauna. Hey, Jennifer. No coffee. Good morning. Anybody ever seen a boxing match in person? Cheapest ticket is $1,700. Whoa, that's cray. Really crazy. Wrestling, not boxing. Okay. Not me. Not a fan of float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I actually saw boxing one time. It was a friend, hey Lisa, that was boxing. He was a sheriff's deputy, and he was boxing this other guy. They were having a tournament, and I'm telling you, I will never go again. It was bad. Hey Laura, it was hard to hear the pounding of flesh like that, and seeing it in real time. Hey Joseph. Hey Josette. Good morning. Sorry you didn't get a notification. I hate that when that happens. Maybe set your clock. Was the sweat flying? The sweat, the blood, everything else. It was just gross. And watching them, being in that much pain. I mean, because it was bad. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't need this. Private airport here is all full of private jets. I'm not surprised. Wow. Catherine loves it. Makes you cringe. Does me too, Lisa. It's like, oh my gosh. While you guys, if you would, please retweet this. I'm gonna say a quick psalm for you. Psalm 143. Hear my prayer, O Lord. Give ear to my supplications. In your faithfulness answer me, and in your righteousness. Do not enter into judgment with your servant, for in your sight no one living is righteous. For the enemy has persecuted my soul. He has crushed my life to the ground. He has made me dwell in darkness, like those who have long been dead. Therefore my spirit is overwhelmed within me. My heart within me is distressed. I remember the days of old. I meditate on all your works. I muse on the work of your hands. I spread out my hands to you. My soul longs for you like a thirsty land. Answer me speedily, O Lord. My spirit fails. Do not hide your face from me, lest I be like those who go down into the pit. Cause me to hear your loving kindness in the morning, for in you do I trust. Cause me to know the way in which I should walk, for I lift up my soul to you. Deliver me, O Lord, from my enemies. In you I take shelter. Teach me to do your will, for you are my God. Your spirit is good. Lead me in the land of uprightness. Revive me, O Lord, for your name's sake. For your righteousness' sake, bring my soul out of trouble. In your mercy, cut off my enemies and destroy all those who afflict my soul, for I am your servant. Hey, Kim, good to see you. So, amen on that one. Amen, amen. Yeah, be not afraid. Absolutely, Lisa. I know. Need that to for Friday. I mean, thankfully we're here. Dog poop being dumped on San Francisco where they are due to march. Wow. Reby, I mean, can people not do anything productive anymore? I mean, seriously. You're going to waste your time doing that. Asher said her brothers are both boxers, and they used to make me box with the guys in the block. I'll tell you, if you've ever tried boxing, if you've ever really put on the gloves and gone in there and tried to do that, man, I'll tell you what, that is hard work. It doesn't look like, you get that much heart rate up and all that stuff sometimes just standing there, but it is tiring, and I mean tiring. Frisco's turning into a dump. Well, Marianne, they already have a map that shows you which areas of the city to avoid because of the human feces. So, I did it just at, thank you. This country is making me feel like I've had too many rounds on the maypole. Yeah, I know, Shauna. Good morning, everyone. Chicago Pops. I know, San Francisco is very beautiful. Thank you guys for sharing this. If you will, please share. I know it's Friday, so people are probably sleeping in, but some of the breaking news, spinning out of control indeed. So I can't say. Monique, just refresh your page. Praying for Corpus Christi, Texas. Yeah, that Hurricane Harvey is coming right their way, and it is a Category 2. So they're saying that it's aiming right towards Texas. Some other breaking news. The Dow Jones jumped 70 points. It increased 70 points. And let's see. There was a mosque attack in Kabul. Hey, Lisa, thank you for retweeting. And ISIS attacked a Shiite mosque. 20 were killed, 50 were wounded at the latest that I saw. So, that's really horrible over there, what's going on. And it's not really being all that much reported, so. Hey, Barbara, good to see you. And those people that I didn't see come in, good morning. Good to see you here. Gary Cohn claims that when President Trump was talking about Charlottesville and he didn't talk the way that people wanted him to say the exact words of white supremacy, that Gary Cohn was under pressure to resign, which I would have okay, go for it. But he said, he didn't want to resign because he wasn't going to let neo-Nazis and the KKK drive him out. Apparently he's Jewish, and he felt that that's what they were trying to do. So, I don't know. But anyway, he said also that President Trump kind of needs to do a better job in getting those things better, I don't know how you could get it any better than calling out wrongdoing on all sides, but Gary Cohn and his left-wing Democratic mind might have a different way of looking at it than the rest of us do. Cully, thank you for inviting followers. I also saw a post by you, Cully, that I really liked, and I guess what the NFL is trying to do now, they want to avoid showing you the national anthem. So that way you won't know who's kneeling, who isn't kneeling. So I don't know if that just means all NFL teams are going to do that or the one that Cully was watching in Miami. But it's ridiculous. There you go. Try more censorship. That's right. Hide the facts. Yeah, I'm not watching anyway, so I won't know. Yep, keep the players inside until it's done. Very good, Barbara. That's an even better idea. Let the people watching. Yeah, I'm not watching football either. I stopped watching it, Danielle, and I used to love watching football, but not anymore. I haven't watched it since Colin Kaepernick started his stuff, so. Yeah, I know. That's going to make things better, Lisa said. Hey, Amy, good to see you. I asked out if anyone knows if they took a knee. You heard that economic advisor Cohen said in an interview that POTUS should have condemned the KKK. Yeah, just had that Gary Cohen said that. Yep. When I went to college, I'm a Bama fan. A college will pledge and sing the anthem. And did you hear that? I mean, all these people are getting together. Linda Sarsour and other people are going out and protesting for Colin Kaepernick to get a job. It's like, excuse me, but again, he's not entitled to play football. No one is. And if he didn't suck, he'd be playing football. Yeah, I know. Not politics, Shauna. You're right. He did. Yep. I mean, it's absolutely, viewership is down for the NFL. Chicago Pops, I'm not surprised. It should be. Hey, Hugh, good morning. Thank you. Thank you for the hair compliment. He stinks. That's why nobody wants him. I know. He's a horrible quarterback. I know. I was entitled to win the lottery, but nobody gave me $758 million. Yeah, Sarsour, she is pretty evil. I'm telling you. Everything about her just, ugh, I don't know. Let's see. There's some good news. There's a group in Texas who is suing the University of Texas because they removed the Confederate statutes without public discussion first. They want to take away pure freedom of speech. Exactly. They'll march for him. There's some other people involved in marching for him. And I liked NFL Jim Brown said, I don't desecrate my flag like that. If you want to take a knee, take it somewhere else after the game. So, I don't know. He probably won't listen to Jim Brown because Jim Brown was great and knew how to play football. But, Hey, Stacy, it's your first day on Periscope. I really had hard feelings about those Marxists. It borders on hate, Asher said. They should put all statues in Confederate cemeteries. They should put all statues wherever the people want them to go. It should be a decision by the people. Shouldn't be government. Shouldn't be one or two people who, hide behind the darkness. They should ask the people. And if all the people say it. I was listening to a guy yesterday on YouTube. And I really, if you want this, I'll try to find it again. But he was saying that everybody in that town of Charlottesville, this is he was talking to this woman who saw the buses come in. And he was saying that there had been a vote just recently in Charlottesville where they decided to keep the Confederate statute. So then all of a sudden, Charlottesville happened, and then the mayor is trying to get rid of the Confederate statute. So again, there's something going on. I know. Where does it end? It ends when we bring back lawfulness, Foster. I mean, that's what we have to do. And we haven't done that yet. For whatever reason, it's kind of, we're not getting the various cities on board with bringing back lawfulness, enforcing the law. Do not want to do it that way, but they will keep ruining them. It would be better to save them. I will take all Andrew Jackson's. If anyone is offended, send me your 20s. Do we burn books next? Yes, Foster. That's what's going. It will happen. It will happen. Trump should put a gag order on anyone working in the White House from talking to reporters. I agree, Shauna, and he very much should do that. I wish they could put a gag order on the Congress. It seems like Jeff Flake and Susan Collins have come out against the president, and they're saying things like, oh, well, I think in 2020 we're going to be seeing somebody else. Hey, Dixie Doodles, I really thought Sessions would crack down on this. Again, Sessions is doing stuff. It's just not being all that much reported, but he is doing stuff. Duct tape Congress. Oh, gosh, wouldn't that be great? Yeah, Chuck Schumer is even... Somebody should buy all of the Confederate statues and put them in a museum throughout the states. That's a good idea, Monique. Oh, Dixie Lee. Okay. I wonder if I'll be able to keep it. Probably not. Because if you're in the South and you have a name like Dixie or say Dixie, then, that's going to be hated. Flake is out in 2018. I hope so. Thanks to Obama, we are trying to plug holes in a ship. Yep, Reba. Is it Reba or Reby? They're, the will and feelings of the American people being taken away from us. A squirrel just stole a small towel on your fence. Well, probably he needed it, Cully. Loretta Lynch should change her name. Exactly. Oh, Schumer wants to stop voter election investigation. Hey, Robert's back. I accidentally blocked Robert yesterday, and thank goodness he's back. Yeah, Chuck Schumer is calling for Trump to disband the Voter Fraud Commission after Clarksville. He's saying that it's promoting discrimination, both subtle and not so subtle, in his policies and actions, especially when it comes to universal rights of every American to vote. I mean, talk about going off the deep end. I agree with the gag order placed on anybody in the White House. Great idea, Monique said. Yeah, Monique agreed with that gag order somebody was talking about. They're after the First Amendment. Yeah, they're after the first, and then if the first goes, there goes the second, etc., and vice versa. True, most positive things are not being reported as up to get the word out. Yep, Blue. Everyone tweet Schumer in Congress, say no, keep investigating. Trump exposing Washington, they're scared. Yeah, good, they can pay universal taxes. They are scared, and they want to shut everything down because, look at all the wrongdoing that allegedly has happened with the Awans and Wasserman Schultz. No, Dixie, you can't call for MLK to come down. And it's funny, like you said, he didn't believe in gay marriage, and where are the gay people coming out and supporting that those statutes be removed? I mean, see, for me, I think that it's all ridiculous that we're even asking for statutes to come down. I mean, it's ridiculous. That it shouldn't be that way, regardless of who it is, whether it's Lenin, Confederate flags, MLK, memorials, blah, blah, blah. And again, if you want them to come down, then ask your city to take them down. Hey, Robert. Somebody's trying to help Robert on YouTube. Robert's back and forth, I guess. Mount Rushmore will be next. It's history. A Awan trial hearing is September 1. Debbie's bro, Stephen Wasserman, is prosecuting lawyer. Okay. You got to be kidding me. Well, Jerry, was it Jerry or Barbara who said that? There is no conflict ever with the left in doing anything. They're always honest. They always, okay, so it was Barbara. They're always honest. They always do everything right. So you should never question them about that. Hey, Robert. So, again, I mean, look at all the conflicts that the left has. Why all of a sudden we're taking down statues? Antonio, go to SusanKnowles.com. Read my article from the other day about Antifa. You'll find out. 80-20 vote to leave statues up got reversed by city council. That's right, Shauna, absolutely. Debbie's brother is DA on Seth Rich case. Wow, you can't miss with that, right? Good Lord. I mean, how many more conflicts of interest do we need to see before somebody says, come on, let's get real with this? Again, it would be laughable if it weren't so horribly true. Class action lawsuit being filed against CNN for their fake news and their defamation of Trump voters. Yeah, I've kind of heard some talk about that. We'll see. No, I mean, why didn't they do this decades ago? They're just trouble. Well, Antonio, is what I'm saying. They don't really bother anybody. That's not what it's about. And my article tells you exactly what it's about, what the real issues are. That's why nobody said anything. Hey, Robert's back on YouTube. Did I fought off Antifa? And did you win? If you're innocent until proven guilty, how do they not allow indicted Menendez a right to vote? Yeah, exactly. I'll be on Perry. You like it better over here, Robert? Could kind of go back and forth. Shauna used to go back and forth. Yeah, he's a Democrat. Well, they don't want to allow him to vote because he's probably going to vote for us. Otherwise, they'd let him vote. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate it. I wish God would... Democrats in the back of the head each time they lie. Oh, wow. God's probably got better things to do. Yeah. Yeah. I saw that. We'll see what she can do. Santa Rosa has a sanctuary city. They arrested an illegal immigrant for beating his girlfriend to death. He was in police custody before the murder, and they had made a request for him to be turned over to ICE, and of course they ignored that. So then he went out and allegedly killed his girlfriend. So there's another reason that you can't have, hey, psychotria. Thank you, Barbara, for the super hearts. There's another reason why you can't have sanctuary cities. Oh, jeez. Another decent. Well, you know, you Washington Schultz, they're probably advising her what to do as well. And she's an attorney, isn't she? I'm pretty sure she is, too. Looks fixed to you? Yeah. Could very well be. Yeah, we, talking about the statutes before I forget it, the people in New Orleans have a good thing, a good suggestion that they want to do with their statutes. They want to replace them all with Britney Spears statutes. So there you go. Doesn't that seem reasonable to you? Tucker had a black professor on talking about the statutes coming down and why they didn't do that when Obama was in office. Josette said, "My mom came through the surgery. Yay! Amy, that's great." So Amy's mom is recovering out of surgery and healing. That's wonderful. I hope families of these victims will start suing these cities into bankruptcy, Asher said. What did they say, Sean, about the sanctuary cities in Phoenix? When will the insanity end? In all my years, I've never seen such hatred. I know, Chicago Pops. It's very true. America won't do it, so they hire the left and right to crisis act it out. Troll sleeping in this morning. I know. See, it's Friday. They've had a hard week. They've had to be up early trolling this scope. I'm so ashamed of my country. You know, but Foster, it's not your country. It's some of people inside your country. Good morning, Ron. Good to see you. Trump needs all of our support. Absolutely. See the tweet Acosta sent to Trump. You'll understand. Oh, starting investigation to Charlottesville, but I believe they won't tell the truth because the governor is behind it. Yeah, it's supposed to be a neutral investigation. We'll see. It is ridiculous. The next thing they're going to want to take down is the White House or anything else that represents government. These people are idiots to think that is going to resolve these psychosis, Monique said. Monique, they know this will not resolve anything because that's not what the issue is. New World Order globalists and their paid off minions. Yeah, $50 to go out and put on a riot. And again, I hope you guys, I put it on my timeline yesterday where the guy was showing all the buses, where the guy also was talking to the woman on the phone. I don't know if I put that up or not. I think Shauna did put it on her timeline. I'm pretty sure I retweeted where the guy's talking to this woman who saw all the buses coming in and saw black people and white people, BLM t-shirts, KKK coming off the same buses. $25 and $50 an hour. Yeah, she was crying. Look at every town. There might be a statue of someone people don't like. I know. I should go around, a couple of places and see what statues. Okay, Danelle, have a great weekend. She felt cops were hired. Well, I don't know if the cops were hired. They could have been. But I think, yeah, because she was talking about people getting out in like full riot gear like the police. I mean, so those aren't real cops. Hey, Gary, good morning. Good to see you. So, I mean, yeah, I think sneaking in late. We see you, Laura. Taking down the statues about sticking the red state South's eye. Big Ralph, it's much bigger than that. They had people paying their bail for those that were arrested. They would not let children out to safety. Wow. I mean, it's ridiculous to watch all of this. I mean, to see and to know that you don't have, that nobody's doing anything about it, seemingly. I mean, I'm wanting the DOJ to get involved, not in the civil rights violations there, those alone, but in addition to what other criminal things are being talked about that possibly did happen there. Probably psycho. Eventually, the National Guard's going to have to be called out, no doubt. Good, the more money they spend on the less for elections. Reby said. White supremacist chief worked for CNN, Dinesh Post. Shauna said. There should be street cams that caught the bus people getting off buses. You know, Jerry, but it's in a little small town, right? Charlottesville's not that big. So I think that may be the reason they don't have cameras and stuff like that. USC blaming a horse mascot as racist. Wow, that makes sense, Blue Jay, right? All horses are racist, right? Flake was on Fox and Friends saying that he is on the POTUS side. I don't know, Josette. Was it yesterday he was on and he wasn't on the POTUS side? I want Obama and Hillary to make an appearance and call a stop to this, but Lynch had called for blood. Yeah, Gailey, I know. They set everything up, and this is just their agenda being played out even more. It's also a white horse. Oh, no, Cully. Tell me it isn't so. Speaking of white, I don't know if anybody went and saw my article at SusanKnowles.com. It's all about the ACLU. They made it is communism, Foster. They made a horrible, horrible mistake yesterday. They published, watching on TV. Okay, sounds good, Lee. They published a picture of a white child holding a flag, saying this is what we want for the future of ACLU, whatever. And hey, crazy Amy, how are you? So people came out and started saying, what? Why do you have this? You know, this is what we want. What, a white kid? We want a blonde kid. I mean, it was just amazing. The haters just came out of the woodwork and could not understand how the ACLU would put a white kid on anything. And of course, the ACLU are like, oh, well, thank you so much for reminding us that, you know, about all of this and our I don't know what it was. I guess they're wrongdoing in some way. They didn't say wrongdoing, but they're like, thanks for calling us out and thanks for reminding us. And so, yeah, proves ACLU was never for everyone. Exactly. And somebody said, oh, I have a crown on. I do? Oh, that's good. No, that's a T-shirt. That's from the LA Kings. That's their old symbol for the LA Kings, the hockey team. But they were saying, some guy said, oh, really? Okay, so white kid equals white supremacy. Got it. Thank you, drama. Drama me free. So, again, yeah, got to arrest Soros and pals. She was also holding an American flag. Exactly. So is everything wrong about it? And so then, of course, ACLU corrects themselves and says, we want, you know, cute babies or something like that. It was just ridiculous. So, you know, she's a princess of the one true God. Yes. Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. And my article points out that this is where, thank you, Barbara. Everyone should be yellow like the Simpsons. All white people are not hot nude celebs like your profile picture says. Don't be programmed by TV. Yeah, you know, the thing of it is, it's craziness. It's absolutely craziness. Because what's going to happen? We started out, now listen, I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen. It's coming. I lived through the civil rights era. I know what's coming. I've seen this before. They started out with white privilege, which, by the way, was started by a white feminist, and it was against males only at the time when she started it, I think back in the 80s. But then they expanded it because they thought, well, this will be great. We'll use this. So they made it against all white people. And so what is happening is it went from white privilege now to white people have this special kind of privilege to white people, they're white supremacists with the same type of privilege, only they're, you know, more disgusting and hateful and, you know, whatever. And pretty soon it's going to be the theme here is white people are bad. Can't have white people on ACLU for marketing. You won't be able to have white people on anything else, and it'll be, let's shut down the white people and their freedom of speech. Juan Williams said the POTUS is unstable, and Greg Gutfeld said he is childish. Well, did he say that about Juan, or did he say that about the president? But it is coming, and that is the implied statement. And you have a lot. I've seen videos, other videos. I didn't bother to get their, the links to them. But all these white people standing around with the Antifa. I'm assuming they were Antifa as well. And some white guy comes up, and they're hating on him because he's white. And he was taught. They're like, you never had it hard in your life. And he goes, yeah, I was beaten up, for being white in middle school. And they just broke down laughing. They thought that was the funniest thing they had ever heard, and like, oh, that's nothing. You've got white privilege. So again, reasonableness has gone out the window. Yes, Greg said Juan was childish. Good, because that's truth. A lot of it started in the 60s with the 68 Democratic Convention riots in Chicago. Chicago Pop said, it is ignorance. The tiki torches tell you they are there to riot. The tiki torches wasn't a good thing. I mean, I don't know whose idea that was, but it wasn't a good thing. But, if they had a permit to do it, then they can do whatever. I just think, personally, it wasn't a good thing. Roger Stone was told the Alzheimer's plan, and Alex Jones reported it. I'm not sure I'm familiar with that. Laura Ingraham let Juan have it on her radio show later. Good, Sean. Shauna, that she should have. Here's some news out of Palm Beach, Florida. Don't know what's going on down there. All since the inauguration, all set up. They think people are silly. Yep. Never thought of it racist, but they get kicked because of their sign. Juan just trying to get somebody to watch Fox. Probably the left. It's part of the swastika. Yeah. Then I saw the next protest. BLM had tiki torches on the feed I was watching. Oh, so I guess BLM is carrying tiki torches according to Asher. So there you go. Wish they did. Yes, Shauna, in your neighborhood. So here you go, Shauna. You need to contact these people. The executive director of the Chamber of Commerce. Her name is Laurel Baker. Yeah, psycho. But I guess Asher was saying BLM also carry tiki torches. How horrific, Susan, how horrific. That white people are bad alone is enough to take us into the next civil war. Sad, Monique. Yeah, it's coming, Monique. And Asher said that they were carrying them in Boston. Now, we can't have Mrs. Butterworth because she's not politically correct. Yeah, Hitler did too. All kinds of people who are bad, commit crimes, I guess, historically have carried tiki torches. So anyway, the executive director, Laurel Baker, urged the communities to have a conscience when they were considering where to hold their events and whether Mar-a-Lago was the right venue and choice. So the president of the Chamber of Commerce there in Palm Beach apologized. I don't know. If I were in Palm Beach, that wouldn't be enough for me. I would want her fired. Sad people don't live together in peace, acceptance, and respect. Be a white. But see, JL, people do live together, and that most people do. Like I said, I've talked a million times before. On my street, it's a very diverse street. My neighborhood, my city, California, very diverse, and yet we can all live together. We don't go out and call each other names and carry tiki torches or wear KKK T-shirts, which don't really exist. We do live together very well. It's their loss. I would love to visit Mar-a-Lago. I would too, Amy. If I could afford it, yeah, I'd go there. But to try to make them lose money, and Mar-a-Lago has been losing money because people aren't coming there. Just don't take your torches on a bus. Yeah. They'll hand out matches when they get there, I guess. But it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, they could have carried candles. They could have carried flashlights. It's ridiculous. Okay, Robert. With all that's going on in the world, I'm thankful to live in the USA. Yeah, I know, Shauna. Tiki torches in Ukraine while coup was undertaken. Obama, Soros, McMuffin, and McCain involved, USA said. Yeah, so many things going on. In other news, some Army soldiers that were assigned to Pence's detail have been removed after bringing women back to the hotel. Yes, Blue Jay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with tiki torches. Absolutely nothing wrong with them. I mean, there are a lot of people, they put them out in their backyard. Where are you? Where are you, Amy? I forget. Are you in the UK? I think. Not sure. People have them at their parties. People put them in the hotels. I mean, if used properly, there's nothing wrong with them. I just think when you have a whole bunch of people together with them, you're probably sending a message. They were honeypot setup. England. Okay. Next, I'm going to have to show my driver's license to buy a tiki torch. Probably in California, the spray cans, for different color sprays, they're locked up. I don't know if they are in your city, but they're locked up. I'm glad Lee sent you here for your paid message. I hope he paid you well. We have them around the pool. I know, Wayne. Who brought people back to their hotels? I don't know, Amy. I don't know which one what you're saying. Congress is like a geriatrics ward. Antifa using hairspray as flamethrower. But in my town, let's say Home Depot, whatever, they lock up the spray cans because kids come in there and older kids, young adult teenagers and stuff like that, come in there to buy them to do tagging, for tagging the walls and gangs and stuff. So they lock them up. Maxine Waters received an award last night about helping the black community. She trashed a POTUS and the audience went wild as she really helped anyone but herself. No, she doesn't. Yeah, they could use it for huffing. They don't really use it. Maybe they huff after they spray paint everything. However, the ones who live in peace should stand together and take the basis from the ones who don't. Yeah, well, I mean, you can only do so much. We do stand together. I mean, we share food together, for God's sakes. But where else are we going to do? We're not going to march down the street. Yeah, it's all about losing the election with this whole race baiting stuff. But it's also something that Obama started because he wanted to create chaos. If you guys could, at this halfway mark, if you would please retweet this, invite your followers in, I would really appreciate it. Doug wants to start a talk show on YouTube with he and me. I get too angry. Yeah, well, Asher, It's about election laws, criminals protecting themselves. It's also about Obama starting it and chaos. They won't stop its statute. No, they won't. They haven't stopped its statutes now. They want to change the name of the bases. They want, I don't know, anything and everything. They're wanting statutes taken down that don't even have anything to do with the Confederacy. I mean, it's craziness. I mean, imagine if Hillary Clinton had won, how bad it would be. It would be 100 times worse than right now. That's what the free Obama phones were for. Wanda said Obama endorsed St. Petersburg Mayor Rick Kristen, hoping to increase Democrat turnout. Your street names might be changing. So ridiculous. They've already in San Diego changed names of schools. They want the Constitution. Yeah, they want the Constitution gone is what they want. They went through here and changed names a long time ago. University of Virginia students now want Thomas Jefferson down. That's great, Big Ralph. I have no idea if the Justice Department is going to hold them down. Hey, Spencer, hold them accountable. They should be held accountable in their own cities. Shouldn't take the Justice Department to do it. He is inspired watching you. By the way, he says he loves your hair. Tell Doug thank you. Tell the no. Yeah, there is a street called the Road to Six Flags. No more Six Flags. Why don't this stuff happen when Obama was president? Because when Obama was president, the ones on the left were happy, and they didn't have anything to go out and riot about. Hey, Michael. But now that he's not here and probably part of the Deep Six and maybe even leading it along with George Soros, now they've been giving their marching orders. Just for example, like the activists are all going out now. There's an activist group called Indivisible. I only wish they were. That are going out and targeting town hall meetings and even the homes where the GOP live. Left-wing group also they're trained to be disruptive as possible during the town hall meetings. They've shown up in front of people's homes. They've had to have the police called. I mean, they're doing anything and everything that they can to stop free speech among conservatives. And you know, again, we see that on social media as well all the time. And you're not allowed to say anything. If you do, I mean, the claws come out. Things are closed down. People are, when we had trolls coming in here and attacking the other day, same thing. Yeah, they may have to do town hall meetings behind a curtain. People need to go to Dim's homes. Well, Amy, it's just like people don't want to do the same wrongdoing and illegal stuff as the left does. Just heard Pelosi say you can't say wolf in a crowded theater. Can you say kick out Pelosi in a crowded theater? Because I would be open to doing that. Attacking religion in the South for being red, Big Ralph said. Yeah, but part of it. I only watch InfoWars. Yeah. They want Ulysses S. Grant tomb, Catherine said. Of course they do. Does it make you all more determined to stand up and fight? Not physically, of course. Well, why do you think we do this 5 days a week in here, USA? Their picture is of Maxine Waters, but what they say is really funny. They are Occupy Wall Street trained. Yep, they are, Amy. They really are. What you gonna do? YouTube and my Periscope frozen. Shauna, just go out and come back in. She probably does mean fire, Barbara. But, we need to fight them with prayer. Absolutely. Finally, we get rid of slavery reparations talk. I know, Nancy. Oh, and Nancy, so glad that you're here. LA is just figuring out that they have a homeless problem and they need to do something about it. After seeing homeless lined up on the streets, on the freeways, on the sidewalks, now they're saying that, hey, you know what? Maybe we need to be doing something about homelessness. And this is another Democrat city that has a lot of homelessness. Now, one thing they could do, remember a long time ago, several months back, when that man who was 70 years old, Vietnam vet, went and put up a small little flag about this size on a fence, because that whole area was designated by Congress to be for homeless veterans and housing veterans. And it's done, everything they do on that property is anything but connected to veterans. So my suggestion to Los Angeles, and I know you're not listening because you are a Democrat city, is that you could open up that entire area and give it back to the veterans, the homeless veterans, who have a right to that property, not you putting your little parties in there and storing stuff in there from the movie theaters or from, whatever you're doing. Don't get me started. I don't even, these people. Our VA hospital property is crumbling. Nancy said, VA does it best to get rid of them. Oh, yeah, they do. They absolutely do, but it's hopefully getting better. Good morning, Big Blue. Didn't I say hello? Oh, another Big Blue. If they manage to kick this out, let's see, they kill more veterans in wars. Such a shame. God helps those that help themselves. We need to also band together. Looks like Florida is getting ready for another storm there. Hey, Veritas, good to see you. some news. I know you've been waiting for this news about James Comey. You're due for a homeless. Yeah, in San Diego, what they do, I think I've talked to you about this before. There's an area about downtown San Diego, and they line up again on the sidewalks. And I think it's like every Monday they come, tell the people they have to move, and they clean the streets, and anything that they leave behind they throw away, and then they start coming back like on Tuesday. There's Shauna. Shauna's here. It's raining in where Shauna's at. Hey, Debbie, good to see you. They should help them get homes to live in. Well, I mean, again, if they would stop taking away property, like especially for veterans, they could open up that property again in LA and house a lot of homeless veterans in there. But they haven't kept up the property. There were houses on that property, and they haven't kept up with it. Why do all the Democratic cities and states have financial problems? Because they pocket the money for the most part, and they don't use it for the citizens, would be my guess. 30 to 40 inches of rain for Houston area if it stalls, Shauna is saying. It's Houston, I'm telling you, if you were in Houston, I don't know why you wouldn't leave. This homelessness is Democrat created, Psycho said. Yep. Or take federal lands and dedicate some of them for that, Ruby said. I think a lot of these people, unfortunately, they haven't been helped for so many years. It's a lot of it is helplessness now. And, if you're living on the street, how are you going to go out and get a job or anything else? I mean, unless you have somebody that will help you, that will house you, that will, and that will, help you get clean and new clothing and stuff like that, you're not going to be able to do that. Yeah, Bob Menendez, I know he's in a trial right now. Charity, yep. People will flood into Waco. Really? Is that where they go from Houston? They go into Waco? Wow. Hey, Beck, good to see you. Haven't seen you in so long. Don, there he is. Don, you're like the last to get in here, usually first. That will help anybody over veterans. I mean, anybody. Oh, Waco's higher elevation. Dems own California. Tell me about it. Dallas has centers set up already. I know that President Trump is saying that FEMA will help if need be. But, people in Texas, they help each other. They're probably not going to need FEMA. Spencer said veterans can not even keep up on a claim when they are in the streets. Exactly. How are they going to get their mail? What are they going to, how are they going to get help? National Guard called out already in Texas, Barbara? And New York, a lot of Democrats. States help first, the vets assist. Yeah. Thanks, Boogie Bumper. I opened Periscope and your show isn't there. It says broadcast no longer available. That's weird, Shauna. Maybe go back and check. Maybe it's just something with your stuff. I don't know. 700 troops. Shauna is saying that right now Periscope is saying that my show isn't available. That's kind of strange. I'm from the government. I'm here to help. Exactly. The VA ended their homeless veteran push. They do not want those claims going through, Spencer said. Trump was talking to Abbott yesterday. Nice. Why don't the people see Maxine Waters as a crook? Because they've had her for like 14 years. That's really weird, Shauna. You're not showing up on Periscope. Somebody else said that too. Well, I'm going to be talking to Periscope after that. I'm not sure why Periscope is trying to block people from coming in. That's crazy. You're alarmed. She is a crook. Barbara's on scope. I guess, Barbara, what it's saying is if you go out and try to find my show, it doesn't show. Yeah, it's being censored. It doesn't show that the show's even live. Chicago Pop said I'm seeing you on Periscope. But Chicago Pops, if you go out and try to find me, if you're just going out looking on Periscope right now, it's saying my show's not there even. It's not even showing up. Texas already pushing resources forward. Don said, I wonder if the media will blame the POTUS for the hurricane. Yeah, Harvey, of course. I didn't see notification. Robert said, what about our free speech? Can't something be done? I got blocked for saying that your dog passed away, Wayne said. Same with Matt. Retweet suppressed. Unbelievable. I mean, good Lord. Seriously? It's not on Periscope at all. That is crazy, Beck. Yep, says it's made by immigrants. Those lefties. I'll find out. I'll write Periscope right after and ask them what's up with that. That's just absolutely insane. Could you guys try to retweet right now and see what happens and see if anybody comes in or see if they even see the retweeting? You're all over my Periscope feed. Yeah, Hugh, I guess the thing is if you go out and come back in, you're not going to find me. It says I'm not even live this morning. It's just absolutely nuts. James Comey, he's going to be... good morning, Jerry. Thank you for inviting. You're on Gab more, Amanda said. Periscope is good because of Trump supporters. They blocked me for talking about CNN, Big Ralph said. Breitbart did a live interview, Dick Morris, yesterday, getting great scoop, and it was cut off instantly. You're likely being blocked because it's the wrong message, and they censor that. Unbelievable. Howard University came out on Wednesday and announced that the former FBI director will be the keynote speaker of its opening convocation this year. Thank you, Boogie. Have a happy Friday. God bless, Damien. I see that. Good to see you back. Oh, yeah. Poor Robert. Comey will then lead his own lecture series at the school, which is private, historically black university in Washington, D.C. Wearing red for our troops today. Good, Utah. Robert. Trump caused this hurricane. Yeah, Joey, that's what's going to be said. His expertise and understanding of the challenges we continue to face today will go a long way in sparking rich discussion and advancing meaningful debates across the campus. That's what the president of the school said. I know, Robert. It was terrible. The dog scope blocked you? Oh, wow. How to cover up. Yep. Comey, can you believe that Comey, seriously, is going to have his own class? Hey, Jim, and is going to be leading and talking to a class. Trump's Katrina, he is clueless on what to do. Yeah. It furthers your support. Yep, I know, Robert. So Comey is going to be, will formally welcome Howard's class of 2021 to the campus during September 22nd. So it's amazing to think that Comey is going to be there teaching class and at a black university. I don't know. Maybe they don't know who he is or whatever. These things will happen. We need to teach people who they should ignore. Comey needs his own statue. No, Comey is a statue. I hope they have a substitute teacher for when he goes to jail. Asher said, that's so great. Oh, my gosh. Comey teaching at Howard Johnson. No, it's Howard University. But yet conservative speakers can't go. That's right, because they always say, we can't protect them. So that's the thing now. You just say, we can't protect them. President Trump is also talking about, he wants Congress to get rid of the filibuster, wants to be able to pass things by the simple majority, which is constitutional. We need to be able to confront the likes of Comey with a strong argument. It was reported President Trump has already coordinated government agencies to respond to the disaster in Texas. Yes, he was really doing that yesterday, Jerry. Let's see if Comey's family were slave owners, or I should say Barbara. Gosh, why am I getting you two mixed up today? Hey, Jeremy, good to see you. Howard University, he did stay at a Holiday Inn last night, I heard. Oh, my gosh. I would want to be, all I want to know is there going to be a grandfather clock that's put into the classroom? Hello, Joe. How are you? Good to see you, Sabu. So Comey will be a real professor, unlike what Obama was, Spencer said. The issue is that the left are trying to distract us. Let's not let Comey make it possible. No, but it's funny to bring Comey up. because, I mean, I can't imagine him teaching anything. Yes, they are back to Russia because, Antifa has kind of faded off for now until the weekend. Secrets in the clock. Yep. Secrets of my grandfather clock. Oh my gosh. That would be great. Secrets of my grandfather's clock. Kind of like a take on Obama's book. Comb me over. Nancy, that was great. Apologies again, right, Don? What's this about the UN taking over our cities? Monica, they're always wanting to do that. James G. Golly Whiz Comey. Getting a feeder band now. Oh no, that's where he hides stuff. Mine had a little place. TikTok, Grandpa's clock. Sounds like a music album. Still concerned about Bannon being out. I don't think anybody, I don't know, are you still concerned about Bannon being out? I mean, everybody else has just kind of gone on and moved on. Hey, Bill, good to see you. It's amazing how quickly we got over it. Everyone, have a wonderful weekend. See you on Monday. Okay, Chicago Pops. Yeah, I'm just tall. I'm 6'7". Maybe he sees himself and identifies as a grandfather clock. Maybe that's what it is. I know, Nancy. Who? New to us, U.S. politics. Is this drama normal? No, Bannon is working for Trump. Yep. Hi from China. Hello. Bannon's tweets have been fine all week. Not worried. Trump learning. Have faith. Don't forget Alzheimer's, dementia, 25th Amendment ploy. Yeah. Bannon is a legitimate political genius, Susan, and after he left, the surge was announced. But Damien, he had to leave. He had to leave. He could do more on the outside than he can on the inside. He's not able to talk on the inside. TikTok, I know. Comey may be going to jail. You're an idealist. I think Bannon's better out, can be more free to support Trump. Yes, Beck, I believe that. Is real Bannon on Twitter. Bannon will put Breitbart back on the track. And we're from America. Isn't Bannon going to be starting that Breitbart TV? I'm happy Bannon is out. I've seen improvements in Breitbart posts since he left. I have too, Bill. That's absolutely the truth. Don't worry, Cully can do the doggy paddle. Is Cully getting all wet? The left rewrites rules like Henry VIII. Exactly, Nancy, exactly. They're rule-oriented. The ones they make up, they don't even follow their own rules. I don't think Bannon is on Twitter. I haven't found him on Twitter, Lisa. I found some parody accounts, but... Do you support Trump? Oh, yes, we absolutely support Trump. It's concerning that the left wanted Bannon out, and they got it. It depends on who you talk to, Damien, because a lot of people say that he'd already resigned on August 7th, and he wanted out, and that he'd only intended to be there 8 or 9 months. It depends on who you believe. Politico says they're reporting that the resistance is planning its next move. Members of a group calling itself Refuse Fascism met over the weekend on Saturday. Their goal, according to their 22-year-old organizer, is simply to drive out the Trump and Pence fascist regime. So on Saturday, they're approximately a year after President Trump's election, members of the resistance are going to descend on America's major cities. So look for that on Saturday, November the 4th. These people are nuts. I know. In the beginning, they said they would take the POTUS cabinet out one by one, and they are doing it, Asher said. Yeah, Bannon TV would be great. Yeah, Comey Lecture 101, Lordy B, and how to obstruct justice on the tarmac. Exactly. So look for that on November the 4th. You'll see probably Hillary somewhere in the mix. It's been a crazy week. We made it to Friday. Hopefully we can make it till Monday and be back. It's just getting crazier and crazier out there with all that's being said. All the censorship that's going on. You know, all the more reason, please retweet this. What you're seeing on Periscope. Please share what you see on Facebook, on the Facebook Live and YouTube. Please share it. We are getting censored more and more each and every day. Yeah, I know. Spencer, what shirts will they be wearing? I'm not sure what your change, but your volume and sound is great. Good, Bill. Terrific. Have a blessed weekend. Sometimes, Bill, it's Facebook and not me. So, again, it's called censorship. I know, Cebu, I got your favorite shirt on. You didn't even mention. They're going to be taking over towns and cities near you on the resistance on November the 4th because they want to take the president and vice president out. So anyway, crazy stuff. So you guys, thank you so much for retweeting this. I appreciate you, appreciate your support, appreciate your coming here every day and retweeting and everything else. God bless you guys, and I might be on again. You never know. So stay tuned for notifications if you get them, right? All right, everybody, take care. Let me see if I can close this down. Take care. All right, everybody on YouTube, we will see you again on Monday, and I might come on. You never know. So listen for notifications. Thank you. God bless you. Take